I'm Nikki Perez, and I'm running to be your next Burbank City Council member. I'm Burbank born and raised. I attended our BUSD schools. I'm a lifelong renter. I come from a strong union working class family. And I'm a social worker with a career in public service. I'm running because we are at a turning point, and who we elect will be responsible for putting solutions on the table. Our families and businesses, all of us, are still reeling from the economic effects of the pandemic. We are facing rising housing costs and growing environmental impacts. With my life experience and background in service, I know I can bring innovative solutions that we need to navigate these issues. For example, I want to create a business concierge program in the city to help our existing small businesses and to entice new businesses to come to Burbank. We also need to create a real, concrete, and comprehensive plan to deal with rising housing costs and homelessness. I believe we need to prioritize our investments in our community again. This includes city events, infrastructure and facilities, such as a state-of-the-art library, and of course, fully funded emergency services. As your council member, I would partner with residents, businesses, and our state and federal partners to ensure that Burbank is a safe, healthy, and sustainable city for generations to come. As a nonprofit program manager, I work every day to bring government agencies and nonprofit partners together to successfully lift unhoused families out of homelessness. I know how to find tough solutions to tough problems, and I'm ready to bring experience to our city leadership. Most importantly, I want to have a conversation with each and every one of you so that together we can keep the Burbank we love and build the future we deserve. My name is Nikki Perez, and I hope I can earn your vote for Burbank City Council.
Hello, I'm Sharon Springer, an incumbent member of Burbank City Council, finishing up my first term. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve you. Thank you. I ask for your vote to serve a second term. Now, more than ever, my experience matters. We've accomplished a lot during my first term, but we face challenges. A few of the accomplishments: we're emerging from the pandemic, a balanced budget, diversified boards and commissions that are more reflective of Burbank. We've placed a moratorium on gun stores. There are many more accomplishments to share with you, and you can find them at www.sharonspringer2022.com. You may email me at sharonspringer2022@gmail.com. And of course, you may reach me at sspringer@burbankca.gov. Never in the past generation have we faced such complications and such a divided country. These challenges are woven into my goals and everything I do. Water, renewable energy, housing and homelessness, housing cost stability, inclusion of our seniors and disabled, traffic and transportation, funding our schools, the ravages of climate change, renewable energy, and recovery from the human loss and job and business losses of the pandemic. Additional and expanded focus moving forward include keeping Burbank financially solid, developing a home ownership policy and program, pursuit of our housing goals, to protect and support our local public services, police, fire, BWP, Public Works, Parks and Rec, our libraries, our PIO, community development. I'll continue to stand up for local control and push back on state laws that do not benefit Burbank. I'll continue to work with our valuable employees, both represented and non-represented, to negotiate fair and competitive wages. I support and encourage responsible development that balances the quality of life for both residential and commercial interests. I'll continue to work with BUSD to provide students with the best education possible. I'm accessible to you, businesses, community groups, and organizations, and I encourage involvement so that your voices are heard. We can achieve so much if we work together. City Hall may be the headquarters, but you are the drivers of policy through participation, phone calls, emails, and speaking up at City Council meetings. Together, we succeed. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Zizette Mullins, number 4 on the ballot. You have honored me with your vote for City Clerk, and with your support, I was able to initiate changes like establishing a passport office at City Hall that has made life easier for many of us to visit family and friends, and has generated $2.8 million in revenue. Now, I am asking you to vote for me to take a seat on the City Council. But first, I want you to look around and ask yourself, do you like what's starting to happen in Burbank and in your neighboring communities? Do you want to keep Burbank as Burbank and preserve the reasons we live here and put our kids in these schools and are part of this community? I know Burbank well. I have got 4 decades of first-hand experience with Burbank as a resident, a business owner, and as your elected city clerk. I know how the city works. I know the problems we face. And as longtime resident and someone with children and grandchildren, I know how it feels to be worried about the future. We share the same concerns about the issues facing us. How do we adapt to changes in the environment that are affecting us all? Rising temperatures and reducing water supply. How do we maintain a strong, long economy? And that means ensuring an adequate supply for affordable housing for the workers, the teachers, nurses, city employees, and the tech industry that keeps Burbank humming. How do we prepare our children for the future and care for the needy who are with us all? How do we continue to provide safe community for all residents? This isn't the time for on-the-job training or trying out far-fetched political ideas. Instead, it's time for real-world solutions so that we can live in the community we want. If you want someone who's practical, pragmatic, and who knows how to get things done, I am your candidate. I know Burbank's strength, and I have a clear understanding of where and how we can do better. I'm ready to tackle our most pressing issues on day one. But to do so, I need your help, and I so humbly ask for your vote for City Council. I am Zizette Mullins, number 4 on the ballot. Thank you.
Hi, Burbank. My name is Tamala Takahashi, and I'm a candidate for Burbank City Council. I'm a 23-year resident, a nonprofit consultant, and a pre-licensed LPCC and LMFT. And I care deeply about our community. I am running because I have 3 college-age children who grew up here, and I want our city to be safer, smarter, and more sustainable so that my kids can live here and raise their families here too. I also want to do what I can to ensure that our current residents can continue to live here and, like I hope for myself as well, retire here. Burbank has a long history as a working class, innovative, and high-quality city. I want to see that legacy continue. We can do that by being a champion for integrative and systemic policy, such as environmental and financial long-term sustainability, to significantly reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, create efficiencies to ensure reliability in our power and water delivery systems, and reduce waste, not only to reduce the impact on our environment, but to reduce the costs that wastefulness incurs. Smart, appropriate housing development, which focuses on neighborhood quality, proximity to services, infrastructure impacts, and working wage affordability. Integrative and preventative homelessness policy and services to not only help those who are the most visibly unhoused, but to do what we can to prevent loss of housing in the first place. Complete, safe, and inclusive transportation network where everyone can get to where they need to go safely and economically. Integration of mental health services, and to make sure that we understand the human impact that our city policies and practices have on individuals in our community. And a strong economic policy which focuses on small and micro businesses, which are the backbone of our city, and to diversify our commercial portfolio to ensure stability during uncertain times. I am a proud community advocate and have had the privilege to be a part of many of our wonderful local boards and commissions. I currently serve as the chair of the Burbank Infrastructure Oversight Board, vice president of the Magnolia Park Merchant Association, vice president of the Social Action for Burbank Human Relations Council, proud board member of both the YMCA and the Chamber of Commerce, and a co-founder of Reusable Burbank, a local group focused on reducing plastic and waste in our community. The success of our city is deeply important to me, and if elected, I'm committed to doing everything I can to make sure it's a city that is safer, smarter, and more sustainable for us all. I humbly ask for your vote for Tamala Takahashi for Burbank City Council. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Carmenita Helligar, an 18-year resident of Burbank. I'm a wife, mother, primary caregiver to my niece, a new grandmother, and honored to be Congressman Adam Schiff's 2022 Woman of the Year. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video today. There are far too many lines drawn in the sand when it comes to the city of Burbank, and we simply won't make it until we can learn to work together. I am a collaborator to my core. I am the secretary on the Board of Library Trustees for the City of Burbank, and I am one of the founders of a nonprofit, the Destiny Education Project, that works to improve diversity, equity, and inclusion in our schools. I created a business, Local as Can Be, that helps small businesses survive the pandemic and position themselves to thrive after. As a City Council member, my focus will be on housing, small business, sustainability, and education. My goal will be to create affordable and subsidized housing for our local heroes, our teachers, fire, police, and nurses. I would like to bring innovative solutions for sustainability to protect our environment and help our small businesses become and stay successful. The majority of people move to Burbank because of our schools. We need to, as a city, support our schools fundamentally and financially. Our children should be able to compete in this world, and our education should be preparing them to be productive citizens. I am the first Black and Indigenous woman to ever run for council in this former sundown town, where Black people were not allowed to be in the city after the sun went down. I am asking you to help me bring hope, togetherness, and progress to Burbank. Let's redesign our city together.
Hello, my name is Kimberley Clark, and I am running to serve as your next city clerk. The city clerk serves as the liaison between the public and the city council, ensures that all actions of the city council comply with federal, state, and local statutes, administers the procedures through which government representatives are selected, and acts as the records manager to preserve and protect public records. My previous professional experience puts me in an excellent position to perform these responsibilities with trust and transparency. Since 2010, I have served as the Burbank Unified School District's Public Information Officer and Executive Assistant to the Superintendent and Board of Education. I have developed good relationships with community members and state and local officials. In addition to serving the students and families of Burbank, I oversee elections and disclosure statements, maintain district policies and administrative regulations, and manage the production of agendas and minutes for Board of Education meetings. I grew up in Burbank, attended Burbank schools, and am proud to call Burbank my hometown. I have a BA in Honors English from California State University, Northridge, and an MA in Business Writing from Brunel University in London. I am a graduate of the 2014 Leadership Burbank class and a member of the International Institute of Municipal Clerks. An active community volunteer, I am a member of the Burbank Human Relations Council, serve as vice chair of the Board of Directors of the Burbank Temporary Aid Center, and I am a proud supporter of many nonprofit organizations in Burbank. In 2020, I received an honorary service award from the Burbank Council PTA. I believe in public service and in the importance of giving back to my community. If elected city clerk, I will work to provide excellent service to the residents of Burbank while continuing to introduce innovative ideas to increase voter participation. Encourage residents of diverse backgrounds to seek elected office, an effort that I believe would pay great dividends and better reflect our city's demographics. And I would partner with the Burbank Unified School District to present civics education models to Burbank secondary students to make the voting process more relevant and accessible for young people. I humbly ask for your vote as City Clerk. Please visit my website to learn more at clarkforclerk2022.com. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jamal El-Amin. I'm running for Burbank City Clerk in the November 8th municipal election. I'm a native New Yorker, moved to Los Angeles in 2008, then to Burbank in 2012 upon marrying my beautiful wife, Kelly. I swiftly fell in love with this clean, peaceful, and quiet city. Felt like home. My budding love for the city led me to explore its political landscape. I started attending city council meetings, and I realized I wanted to be involved in my community. I was excited to be selected for the RISE class of 2021. RISE is an acronym for Residents Inspiring Service and Empowerment. This wonderful leadership program taught me a lot about city government and services like City Council, Burbank Water and Power, Parks and Recreation, and the City Clerk's Office. I was also inspired by my instructors and fellow classmates. Their dedication and passion illustrated to me how important individual participation is to the growth of a city. As City Clerk, I want to increase participation among all Burbank residents. I particularly want to include those who've never been politically engaged. Their voices matter, and I want them to feel welcome in the City Clerk's office. An engaged resident is a more likely voter, and I want to increase voter turnout through this targeted outreach and by making our election infrastructure the most secure and accessible in the country. The City Clerk's office serves as a direct link between you and the actions of city government. I will not only keep you informed, I will call on you to participate. Our outreach using wonderful platforms such as this, social media, but especially face-to-face. I met several of you outside pavilions while I was canvassing for signatures to qualify for the ballot. I explained many of the office's responsibility and services. I want to make the City Clerk's office a household name for all of us. I'll search for ways to increase interactions using methods like public forums and partnering with Burbank Unified School District to network with our youth. As a former Little League baseball coach, I've learned how important it is to speak to spark young people's interest at an early age. Thank you for letting me share a piece of my vision for the office of Burbank City Clerk. For more information about my campaign, please follow me on Twitter at @electjamal. My Facebook page is Jamal El-Amin for Burbank City Clerk 2022, or email me at jamalforcityclerk@gmail.com. Thank you.
Hello, City family. My name is Viviana Garzon. I moved to our wonderful city prior to starting 9th grade and graduated from Burbank High School. I am so excited to be running for Burbank City Clerk, a vital, full-time administrative position in the city, overseeing the City Council's decision-making process, city elections, management of the city's records, appointment for 22 boards and commissions, the passport office, and maintaining the city charter and municipal code. I hope I can make clear why I am the most qualified candidate on the ballot and will earn your vote on November 8th. There is tremendous value in electing someone for the city clerk position with the knowledge and experience to hit the ground running on day one. I have been a member of the city team for 20 years, and I know the city's internal operations and administrative procedures very well. I have served in various leadership capacities over the years, including community outreach, staff development, and program management. I would be proud to continue the long legacy of Burbank City Clerks, many of whom worked their way up through the city with in-depth understanding of the city's government. As the current administrative analyst in the city manager's office, I am fortunate to have an essential active role in the city's administration and legislative process. I know the city clerk's responsibility in ensuring transparency to the public and the city's compliance of federal, state, and local laws. I work with the city clerk's office daily, and in partnership with the team, I manage the council agenda process, always ensuring the city council's decision-making process is thorough, transparent, and accessible to the public. I have been preparing myself for this position through training and networking. I am a member of the International Institute of Municipal Clerks and the City Clerks Association of California. I am currently working on my 2-year certified municipal clerk designation. I graduated from UCLA and have a Master of Public Administration from CSUN. As the staff liaison to the Racial Equity and Diversity Council Subcommittee, Charter Review Committee, and the Domestic Violence Task Force, I manage the production and posting of the agendas and minutes for these meetings. I am also very familiar with Granicus, the online meeting and agenda management program used in the city. I am honored that our current city clerk, Zizette Mullins, is endorsing my candidacy and trusts me to lead the city clerk's office and fill the seat she held for 10 years. My pledge to you is that I will be a fully committed, continuously educated, hands-on city clerk and here for you. I hope the short statement of my qualifications for the city clerk position has been helpful and that you will vote for me on November 8th. For more information about me and my goals for the city clerk's office, please visit my website at www.vivianaforcityclerk.com and follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Viviana for City Clerk and Twitter at Viviana for Clerk. I hope to meet you throughout the next few months. I truly appreciate your trust in me and your vote. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Krystle Palmer, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to have been your city treasurer since 2019. It gives me a strong sense of fulfillment knowing that my work safeguards our public funds and generates investment returns to provide Burbank residents with the crucial city services they deserve. When you elected me city treasurer, you entrusted me with keeping our investments and programs safe to preserve and enhance our quality of life. I am proud of what we have been able to achieve. In just the past fiscal year, I have secured a $26 million increase to our city's investment market value, with returns that continue to outperform our benchmark. I also integrated ESG, or environmental, social, and corporate governance principles in Burbank's investment policy, affirming our commitment to sustainability, health, and fair practices, while upholding that safety, liquidity, and yield remain the primary investment objectives. Earlier this year, in partnership with the local credit union, we launched the first ever Burbank Universal Children's Savings Program, which provides $50 for all new Burbank babies, promoting long-term savings and financial literacy. Like you, I am proud to call Burbank my home. I live in Magnolia Park with my husband Sean and our 3 children, Elliot, Grant, and Madeline. Our boys attend our local public schools. I am active in our community as a PTA member in our elementary school, as part of the Maeve Burbank Moms Club, and in various Burbank groups and social media. I also play basketball in the Parks and Rec Adult Women's League. I obtained my master's in financial engineering from Columbia University, and I will continue to draw on my years of experience in finance and management consulting to fight for Burbank and deliver on my promise to be the steward of our taxpayer dollars, as well as your advocate in local government. Our work has just begun. With inflation and other economic headwinds, it is imperative that we maintain our strong fiscal position and a balanced budget so we can serve the needs of our residents, including children, young adults, families, seniors, and small businesses. More importantly, we need to leave a legacy of financial responsibility to future generations. Today, I am asking for your vote once more to continue serving as Burbank City Treasurer so that I can further my mission to build a better Burbank together with you. If you would like to learn more about me, please visit my website at krystlepalmer.com.